Let's talk about the significance of the Lucknow Pact. The very first one is the Hindu-Muslim unity. Second, we are having unity within Congress. Third, pressure on the government, and fourth one is the necessity to pacify the Indians. Let's talk about the first one, that is Hindu-Muslim unity. After a long time, Hindus and Muslim, basically Indian National Congress and Muslim League, both decided to work together. After 1857, British did a great job for themselves. I mean, if we talk about the British, they did a marvelous job for themselves when they started divide and rule policy, and they started dividing Hindus and Muslim at that time, and to a great extent they did. As a result of that, we are having a different nation, that is Pakistan. And there were a number of incidents when both Hindus and Muslim got separated, their ways got divided. For example, in 1870, when Lord Mayo labeled Urdu as a Muslim language, 1906 when Muslim League came into existence, 1909 Government of India Act, when Muslims got separate electorate, right? These are the few incidents when Muslims and Hindus got departed. But this Lucknow Pact gave a chance for both parties to join together and to work in the national movement against the British, which British were not ready to face, right? No doubt both compromised with their principles. For example, let me read it for you. The Congress compromised on its secular character by accepting the scheme of separate electorate for the Muslims. तब इसमें कोई शक नहीं है कि at that time Congress was criticized when they accepted the demand of Muslim people of separate electorate. They accepted it because they wanted to make up with the Muslim League and they want to have a compromise. That is why they accepted this thing, that okay, we are accepting your demand of separate electorate. From the Muslim League side, the Muslim League accepted the principles of election and the majority rule. As a result of this pact, the Hindus and Muslims worked together from 1916 to 1922. Second one is the unity within the Congress. Congress was divided in 1907 during the Surat session, which is popularly known as the Surat Split of 1907. Congress was divided into two. One portion came to be known as the, one group came to be known as the moderates, and other came to be known as the assertives. Well, but here Lucknow Pact gave them a chance to forgot their differences, and they joined together and started working collectively. And this unity between Hindus and Muslim, and this unity between moderates and the assertives, it became a big threat for the British government. And our third point is pressure on the government, just because of the unity between Hindus and Muslim and the again combination of your moderates and the assertives. What happened here? Until now, the government had been repressing the nationalist movement by using force. The government had no excuse for delaying political or constitutional reforms. पहले क्या हो रहा था? देखो, तुम दो भाई आपस में लड़ रहे हो, तो definitely you will work against each other, and if you will demand anything from any other fellow or any other person, तो हो सकता है कि एक भाई का जो आइडिया है वो अलग हो, दूसरे का जो सोच है वो अलग हो. अगर दोनों अलग अलग सोच रहे हैं तो वो एक जगह पे इकट्ठे नहीं हो सकते, एक काम को सही ढंग से नहीं कर पाएंगे, राइट? तो जो मौके का फ़ायदा उठाने वाला, जस्ट लाइक ब्रिटिश, तो उनके लिए मौका रहेगा कि यार वो तो मान नहीं रहा, वाई यू पीपल आर आस्किंग फॉर इट. बट हेयर वी आर हैविंग अ ग्रुप who forgot all their differences and started working together against the British. And this unity between Hindus and Muslim put a great pressure on the government, and instead of avoiding or saying कि हम लोग कल कर देंगे, we will, oh okay, we will accept your demand that tomorrow, next week, whatever, right? कोई excuses बना के अगर वो दे रहे थे तो वो चीज़ें फिर ख़त्म हो गई. The fourth one is the necessity to pacify the Indians. अब ये necessity क्यों रही? क्योंकि अब दो अलग अलग, बेसिकली ये चार ग्रुप थे, जब दो हो गए, राइट, कांग्रेस गॉट यूनाइटेड, मुस्लिम लीग एंड इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस गॉट यूनाइटेड. और ये दौर था वो जब इंग्लैंड वाज अंडर अ वॉर, मतलब फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर broke out in 1914 and Britain was leading this war in Europe, and their colonial rule in India was under a threat just because of the unity between these four groups, and it became necessary for the Britain or British government to pacify the Indians. So they started working on it, right? The government therefore felt it necessary to pacify the Indians by the declaration of August 20, 1917, which promised a policy of gradual development of self-government institutions in India. This thing was never said and done by the Britain, right? Because they were not ready to give us this self-government sort of thing. But here they made a declaration, at least. This thing is known as the August Declaration 1917, in order to pacify it. शांत करने के लिए, यार, we are going to give you this thing that we are going to, sooner or later you will be having a self government, or you will be participant of the self government. This is the significance of the Lucknow Pact. Thank you.